Hello. So I am back from gallivanting in Amish country. I went to Berlin, Ohio, which is like the heart of Amish country here in Ohio. And I went on an amazing buggy ride with Mel. So if you want a buggy ride, look up Mel's Buggy Rides. Melvin is very personable. He's gruff on the phone, but he was absolutely delightful. I had a blast chatting with him and got to take a nice ride with Joe the horse pulling us. We went out through the countryside, and we'll have another video that has some clips from that. I didn't film nonstop because that would have been kind of rude. And I did, of course, ask him permission, and I did not film him. He actually said it would have been okay. He was fine with that, but I felt like that would be disrespectful, so I did not film him. Now, afterwards, I went to a restaurant, and let's see if I can recall the name. I think it is Boyd und Worthman. It's right on Main Street in Berlin, Ohio. I'm going to double check. I'm going to look at my phone and double check that and make sure I got it right. And I did. It's Boyd and Workman, but in German it would be und. And I had some lunch there. I asked my lovely waitress what she would recommend, and she recommended the roast beef. So that is what I got. I'm eating my food, and I look over, and who should be a couple people down at the bar where I was seated, but Mel. So I said hello, and man, I got like the biggest wide toothed grin. It was great. It was fun. We got to chat a little bit more. Anyhow, the restaurant is tiny, or at least the front part of it is tiny. It goes back, it's fairly long, and it's busy. Like the line is out the door and down the street. There is a fair amount of traffic on that main street there, and so the rule that is posted everywhere is you want to leave the door shut. So there's an antechamber, you leave that door shut, and then the inner door as well. They do have an ATM in that antechamber because they are a cash-only establishment, which a lot of the Amish are. So I did partake of the ATM, especially since I had actually gone to the restaurant beforehand to get to the ATM because I kind of assumed that probably the buggy ride was going to be cash only, and I did assume correctly. Anyhow, so they have a bunch of different dishes, everything prepared from scratch in-house. And I got roast beef, the roast beef dinner, and it comes with your choice of 2 sides as well as their fresh made bread. Mine is in a leftover container because obviously I was not even going to ask about filming in the restaurant. There were too many patrons, they were too busy, and given that it is an Amish-owned business, I felt like that would be rather rude and disrespectful, and that's the last thing that I want to be. I have a lot of respect for these people. The bread, you can see I have a half a piece of it here. It's got a nice grain to it. It's got some tooth. It's not like hard and crunchy and hard to eat. But it doesn't collapse into a pillow of air and disappointment like, say, Wonder Bread. So it is a good, slightly whole grain bread. I think they use a mix of flours in it. The butter in this case is commercially prepared butter, but I got some of that. And the bread itself, it's good. It's really, really good. Ever so slightly sweet. The crust is soft. It's not a crunchy crust. And it's really good for sopping up the juices. Because when you get your roast beef, it's more kind of like a shredded pot roast consistency. So I'll bring up a fork of it here. And it has a lot of really nice, rich beef broth in the bottom of the plate, and the bread is good for sopping that up. So if I bring this up here, You can see it's got that shredded meat texture to it. It is super, super tender. And I know because I ate some at the restaurant. Mm. A little bit chewy, but not tough. Super rich, simmered all day beef flavor to it. It is excellent. Now they have a bunch of sides. I opted to go for the dressing. So I have dressing or stuffing, as you want to call it. It's made probably with the same bread that they bake in house. And it has a nice, rich brown beef gravy that comes with it. Mm. It's moist. I'm tasting sage. I'm tasting a little bit of thyme. There's some garlic. There's some onion in there that's sauteed. There's some shredded carrots in there. There is all kinds of good stuff in there. And I even see chunks of it looks like potatoes in there, which I have not seen before. So I don't know if you can make those out. But close to the fork, there's some potatoes right down in the bottom there. That was a surprise, as well as the carrot. I haven't had shredded carrot in stuffing before, but it works. Everything was absolutely delicious and perfectly cooked. Good stick to your ribs, down home Amish cooking. Mm, happy, happy. Now, my other side, I chose to get their coleslaw. So, this is a green cabbage coleslaw. Um, I'm looking like I see something that's darker green diced in there. I think it might be like kale. There's a small amount of cabbage shredded in there. Ooh, huge portion, by the way. The bowl is like this. It's a good sized bowl. The cabbage is almost like a cross cut shred. It's not dry. It's got enough dressing on it. The dressing is very tangy, but slightly sweet. You put some fresh ground black pepper on there, and it is culinary heaven. It is so good. Um, just looking at this, I'm going to pick up the whole tray here so you can see it. So this is after I ate. This was my leftovers. I ate until I was full, and this is all my leftovers. It's huge. So I have a large amount of coleslaw, and I have probably like all of this area here is more of the roast beef, and about a quarter of this fairly large container here is the dressing or the stuffing, as I would call it. It is excellent, and I highly recommend it. Everybody was so nice and friendly. They have a boatload of different pies and baked goods for desserts as well. I'm going to insert a picture because at the end of the day, they close at 3 p.m., by the way, so you want to be there fairly early. It's breakfast and lunch only. And they stop serving breakfast at 10:30. But at the end of the day, they pull all those slices of pie and all of the whole pies that they have out of the cooler in the front, and they are all going to get packaged up and put in the cooler in the back. You can buy 1 day old pie at a discount the next day. I'm sure it's still fabulous even the next day. Um, they have they also had pumpkin rolls. So it's like pumpkin with a filling, and it's rolled up into a spiral. So they cut off chunks of that. You can buy that. They had a blackberry cobbler. They had a bunch of pies. Now, what did I decide to try? I'm going to set this over here because my table is tiny here in the hotel. I decided to try a kind of pie that I have never had before. I got elderberry pie. Now, I have had elderberry things before, and usually they're elderflower. So the flowers of the elderberry plants are these white flowers. I did not expect a rich, dark purple pie filling. The crust is light and flaky, and it's got a sprinkling of sugar on it. They are baking these pies in-house every single day. They must be back to work at like 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning to get all this stuff done. It's quite impressive. So let's try some pie, shall we? So there is a generous amount of pie filling. I will let you take a look at that. It looks to be like a blueberry pie. It smells not exactly like a blueberry pie. Similar, but it's definitely got an elderflower kind of a scent to it. Mmm, that is tangy and really, really superb. So the crust is very light, tender. It's got some flake to it, a hint of crunch because you've got the granulated sugar sprinkled across the top. The filling texturally is similar to a blueberry pie filling, except there's almost a slight toothiness to the elderberries. That's surprising. Did not expect it. It's not unpleasant. I liked it a lot, actually. I still like it a lot. Dude, if I could get elderberries, I would try my hand at making one of these pies. You've got enough syrup in it so that it's kind of holding together. It's not running away. You could get it, of course, probably with ice cream if you wanted, but given that, I ate my one bite just to taste it right there, and I knew I was going to bring it back, I didn't opt for the ice cream as an option. You could probably also get whipping cream if you want on it. Whipping cream would also be a nice complement to it, but it doesn't need it. It's fine by itself. This is so good. And the price is really good. That huge entree that I got, $16.99. You can get an entree from $15.99. They had a fried chicken platter. You can get it with, of course, your two sides. They've got an extensive menu of sides that you can choose from. So you've got green beans, which I'm not a fan of green beans, but some people absolutely love them. So there's always a green bean dish. There's coleslaw. There's the dressing. There is mashed potatoes, probably with that same gravy that they have. They have squash. And I'm sure they also vary what the sides are depending upon what is in season in their gardens at that point. If they have leftover, they had a sign actually that said, if there is leftover lettuce, bring it to the back. And I asked about that because I was curious as to whether it was being used for animal fodder. And they said, well, some of it is animal fodder and some of it the staff take home and we get to use it in our home dinners, which is kind of a nice perk for them. Wow, this is also good. But getting back onto track because I'm getting distracted by this delicious food sitting in front of me. They have the chicken dinner. You can have a choice of dark meat or light meat. Your dark meat is 2 thighs and 1 drumstick. That is a lot of chicken for $15. Your light meat, they're substituting, I think it's breasts and wings. I'm not positive. I think it might be wings that they're substituting in there. They also have like a marinated chicken that you can get if you don't want a fried chicken. They have liver and onions. I know that will be Les's favorite. He is all about the liver and onions. He really isn't. He hates it. I didn't order that. But they've got a large menu. They've got sandwiches. I didn't really get into the breakfast menu only because I was there way too late in the day for breakfast. And then so many different kinds of pies and baked goods. They even had one called ho ho cake. And I'm like, Christmas cake. What is that? And Mel was kind enough to, I was asking him because I was curious about it, and he has asked my waitress to show it to me. And it is a chocolate cake, probably a pretty, it looked to be a pretty moist chocolate cake. They bake it in a big pan, and then there's like an inch and a half thick layer of like a vanilla cream on top of that, and then like a chocolate topping, like a ganache type topping on top of that. So it looks very, very rich. So that's the ho ho cake. Never heard of it before. I didn't try it because I really wanted to try a piece of their pie. At any rate, everything was fabulous. I'm going back to Berlin tomorrow because I have a 3 hour tour of Amish country that I will be taking tomorrow. So I will have more adventures then. So for now, I am going to sign out, and I'm probably going to eat a little more of my leftovers. I think I'm going to get about 5 meals out of that one meal because their portions are generous. Take care, and we will see you on the flip side from Amish country here in Ohio.